Guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you are brand new here and this is the very first time you're ever seeing my face, hello and welcome. My name's Jennifer. I share all things health and wellness here on the channel. Anything I do to level up my own life, I share with you guys in hopes to inspire and motivate you to do the same. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, make sure to smash that subscribe button before we jump into today's video. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and dive right in. As you can see by the title, finally it is the 75 Hard program results. I have literally been putting this video off filming it now since I ended 75 Hard almost a month ago, and I literally just came back from the gym. I still have my workout gloves on, just still like a sweaty hot mess, whatever. I am making myself sit down and film this for you guys. I know a ton of people have been asking me on here, on YouTube, in the comments, and over on Instagram, like, where's the results? Did I miss it? And you didn't. But for a multitude of reasons, I have been avoiding filming it. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just making myself sit down right now and give you guys my thoughts. I wrote down a couple things so I wouldn't forget them, but I probably will forget some stuff anyways. I should have done this right at the beginning, but I didn't. And that's for a couple reasons, which I will explain. You guys know, if you followed me through the 75 Hard journey, on my last day of 75 Hard, I was prepping for my sister's baby shower. And I was trying to finish 75 Hard, and I was vlogging every day, and regular work, mom life. I had so much going on the last week of 75 Hard, and especially on the last day. So I took my progress picture, of course, on that day, but I didn't do all the angled shots in the same outfit that I did on the very first day, which is what I had planned to do the whole time so that I could compare side by sides while it was fresh, brand new, just ending the program. But I was so busy, I was like, I'll do it tomorrow or Sunday, because I ended on a Friday. My sister's baby shower was on Saturday. Well, if you guys have followed, then you know that on Saturday when we had the baby shower, that was the first day off 75 Hard, and we had planned to eat off plan that day. And then we ended up eating off plan Sunday. We had a ton of stuff left over anyways. I'll link some of those videos down below if you have not seen them. But needless to say, after eating off plan for 2 days, after being on 75 Hard for obviously 75 days, and eating so restrictive and eating so tight, and then allowing ourselves to eat off plan for those 2 days, by the time Monday came, I felt like I was bloated. I had water weight. I was up like 10 pounds on the scale, and I was feeling like, what did you do? What have you done? You've messed up everything that you just worked so hard for the whole program, which I didn't. And I know that, and I still let those thoughts get to me. I was up water weight and bloat. It definitely wasn't fat, but it messed with my head, and I didn't feel lean. Like on the last day of 75 Hard, I felt so lean and so strong. So the whole mental aspect just kind of threw me for a loop. And then besides that, I've just been insanely busy working on some stuff behind the scenes, which you guys will know about soon enough. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Like I said, I wrote some stuff down. So my starting weight when I started 75 Hard was 160 pounds. And I did not film that for whatever reason. I talked about it in my first week. And if you're new around here and you haven't followed my journey, I've vlogged every week all the way through 75 Hard. So I'll link that playlist down below, and you can go watch from the beginning and watch all the way through for meals and workouts and everything. I've vlogged every single day for all of 75 Hard. So my starting weight was 160. By the end of the first week, I was down 3 pounds. I was at 157. And I talk about that in my first week vlog. And then I kind of like stayed at like maybe going down a pound or so about every week or every week and a half. So I ended up over the whole thing being down 14 pounds. I ended at 146, which I did film, and I'll insert a clip there. And I actually filmed that on Wednesday. I ended on a Friday, and I did that weigh-in on that Wednesday. So actually 2 days before I ended. So I was down 14 pounds, and like I said, feeling hella lean and hella strong. And just feeling absolutely overall amazing. And even though it wasn't like some like drastic huge move on the scale, 14 pounds is really good. I'm not saying that. I felt absolutely awesome. But even more than that, just how I felt and like looking at myself in the mirror, just feeling leaner was amazing. So what did I think was the hardest part of it? All of it. Honestly, all of it. Even though I was starting from a place of already having a good workout habit, a great water intake habit. I already read every single day, or mostly every single day before I started. Even though I was starting from that baseline, having those things be an absolute must every day, that kind of changes the dynamic a little bit. Because when you're reading just because you want to, for however long you want to, that's like a different beast than you have to read and you have to have this many pages. So that part was actually kind of a challenge to me, and I didn't think that it was going to be because I'm already an avid reader. But having to do it every single day in a certain amount of pages, I realized about, I don't know if it was halfway through or so, was that I was just getting the 10 pages that I needed every day, when before I felt like I would read more. So I don't know if it was because I was so busy and everything else that I was doing that it just seemed like that I could only get those 10 pages in, or if it's because I knew that that was the number I had to get in, so that's what I was doing every single day. So I'm not sure about that, but the books that I read throughout 75 Hard were The Iron Cowboy, Relentless. I have these all linked in my Amazon store, and I have that link down below if you guys want to check any of them out, and I recommend all of them. Also, Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within, and Fierce, Free, and Full of Fire from Jen Hatmaker. And Relentless is from Tim Grover. Iron Cowboy is from James Lawrence. And all of those were absolutely awesome. Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within, it's a super thick book, and all of it is not easy to read. There are definitely awesome pieces of wisdom nuggets in there that I definitely recommend, but it was a harder read than the other ones for sure. But Relentless and Iron Cowboy, those were absolutely amazing, and I talked about those in some of my vlogs throughout the way, but just wanted to let you guys know which books that I read. The next thing, Following a Diet, No Alcohol and No Cheats. The no cheats at all was definitely difficult because I did such a restrictive diet. I did no dairy, I did no Bang energy drinks, which if any of you know me know that was super hard, and super clean eating, like no keto treats or desserts or anything like that. So I was pretty strict and restrictive. So I don't know if I will do that again when I start 75 Hard, because you can follow any diet you want. Just whatever diet you end up picking, you have to stick with that and have absolutely zero cheats. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to do the next time, but that was definitely tricky coming up on the end of 75 days. Like the first couple weeks, you're like smooth sailing and you're like pumped and motivated and like ready to rock and roll. But as you're approaching 30, 40, 50 days, like that's when it starts to get harder and you have to have zero compromise. The no alcohol thing wasn't hard for us because we don't drink anyways. If we do, it's like once in a blue moon every few years or something. So that wasn't really hard for us. The progress picture, which you think is going to be the easiest thing, is probably the most tricky thing. If I didn't have the app that I went through and like had to remind myself every day of everything to do, for sure that would have messed us up. And if you mess up on anything throughout the whole thing, you have to start over at day one. And if you guys followed along, you know I absolutely was not going to do that. We had to do workouts in the airport, rest areas, on vacation, through everything. And that was definitely difficult, but totally worth it, and just develops a sense of like discipline and grit and sense of accomplishment in yourself when you pull through those harder times and stick with this program. It's just about committing to yourself something and then sticking with it. Like, that alone will keep feeding you throughout the program. That's definitely something that I found. Every time that I was like, man, yesterday was really hard, but like I did it and I pulled it off and I got that second workout in time, even in the middle of an airport or pulling over at the rest area or whatever we had to do to get it done. It was like, all right, well, I'm definitely not giving in on this day. I'm not starting over. So that was super awesome feeling and kept building momentum throughout the program. The next thing, drinking a gallon of water a day. Some days this was really easy and some days this sucked. Some days we would get to the end of the night and still have so much water and be trying to chug it and feel like we were about to throw up. And then some days we would just down it. But I got a huge gallon jug that was like a reminder. If I didn't have that thing, I don't know, like I probably would have messed up and not drank the right amount. So I have that linked in my Amazon store too. If you guys followed me, then you guys know it was like this super massive jug. And getting that down every single day was a struggle, but it was totally worth it. And I think that was another reason that I felt as bad as I did when I stopped 75 Hard, because I stopped drinking that much water. And I honestly think that I need that much water, especially as much as I work out and run and everything, and it definitely helps me feel better. So I have incorporated drinking a ton of water again not necessarily a gallon, like I'm not tracking every ounce, but I'm making sure that I am drinking a ton of water every single day. And then the last thing is 2 workouts every single day. Both have to be at least 45 minutes apiece, and one of them have to be outside, or you could do both outside, but at least one of them have to be outside. And that definitely is probably the hardest thing for most people, because if you could just go to the gym and like bust out an hour and a half or something, that would be awesome, but you can't. You have to have it separate. Now, some people say that it has to be 4 or 5 hours apart. I don't think that I've ever heard Andy say specifically how far apart they need to be. I have seen his wife Emily on Instagram. I think she said she does hers 3 to 4 hours apart, and I think that it at least needs to be that, because that's the whole point of it. You have to block out those certain times, 2 separate times of the day, to put in this work and get these workouts done. And even if you're just going for a walk and it's not like a super strenuous workout, you still have to allot that time out of the day and get it done. And it has to be 45 minutes. So even if both workouts every single day aren't like HIIT workouts or super strenuous, it's still hard just because of the commitment of time that you have to do it. You have to put it in. Like I said, some of ours, I was like pacing the airport for 45 minutes, like walking laps waiting for an airplane, or had to pull over at a rest area and get 45 minutes in. Like we had to get creative for sure with the workouts. And that was definitely one of the harder aspects. So I'm going to come up with a workout plan for the next one for 75 hard and kind of lay it out for how it'll be for the 75 days. I'm also going to film a video for maybe some prep tips that I have before we start 75 hard, because I know a ton of you said that you were starting it on January 1st with me. So super excited for all of us to go through it and totally crush it. I am going to film a video, like I said, probably coming out like in December sometime before we start 75 hard, of maybe some tips for like meals and workouts and all of the things. So definitely, if you are not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on that video when it comes out, or any of the videos that will come out for my next 75 hard journey, because I will be vlogging all throughout that as well. So I'm going to include some pictures here of my progress pictures throughout the entire journey, and some before and afters. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps you or inspires you to maybe start some kind of program. And even if you don't want to do 75 hard, I highly recommend picking something that you commit to yourself that is super hard and not compromising. That is the biggest thing of 75 hard. This is a mental toughness program. That's the whole point of all these things. It's not one in particular thing that is so very hard. It's all of it together, having to do it every single day, stick with it every single day for the whole duration of 75 days. Most people don't go 10 days without a cheat meal or having a day off of workouts or whatever. So definitely recommend this for mental toughness, for fitness aspect of it, for the reading aspect of it. Overall, just a killer program. Highly suggest it. It definitely kicked our ass at times, but in the end, we came out stronger because of it. And we put a lot of miles on the road, a lot of workouts in, a lot of ounces of water in our body, and read a ton of pages. But overall, it's all worth it, and clearly I think so, because I'm going to do it again. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys got some ideas or inspiration from it to, like I said, start your own program or do 75 hard with me on January 1st and kick off 2021 the right way. And if you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. I would love to have you as part of the YouTube fam here so we can all level up every day together. And again, thank you guys so very much for watching, and thank you all for being so patient and waiting for this video to come. I know that you guys have been looking forward to it, and if there are any questions that I didn't answer or that I'm forgetting to include, let me know down below, and I can either film another video or answer you right in the comments below, or over on Instagram if you aren't following me over there. Again, I'll pop my handle on the screen here, so definitely make sure to check me out over there. And thank you guys all so very much for watching. Thank you for following along on my journey, and I can't wait to see what the next round of 75 hard brings. And here are all 75 days of progress pictures, some taken super early in the morning, some taken way late at night after workouts, looking like an absolute train wreck, but here they all are nonetheless. So the picture on the left is my very first progress picture on the day I started 75 hard, and the right side is my last progress picture from 75 hard.
And on my last day, like I was saying earlier, I did not regretfully take any other progress photos than this. And I wish that I would have done all of them so it would have been an accurate depiction of my physique and my physical results from 75 Hard. But however, I did not do that. So I ended up taking them a couple weeks later, which I feel like because of going off plan and all that I was bloated and not feeling as lean as I was on my last day of 75 Hard. However, there is still an amazing physical transformation, as you can see, which is only one aspect of 75 Hard. 75 Hard is an accumulative program for your mind and your body, but mainly a mental toughness program, and learning that you can accomplish hard things and that you can commit to something and follow through like without compromise for the whole 75 days and all the things that you have to complete. That in and of itself is worth it if you don't have any physical transformation at all. However, that is definitely an amazing side effect, especially if you have physical goals that you are trying to reach, whether it be losing weight or getting leaner and stronger and building muscle, building endurance, whatever that may be. This program will definitely give it to you, but it will also give you mental fortitude and grit and help you to be able to accomplish other things in life. When I went off plan at the end, because of knowing how I felt, how good I felt throughout all of 75 Hard, I was able to pull myself right back out of that and say no. Like, I want that feeling the rest of my life. Now, maybe this kind of a restrictive program isn't something that you can do forever and be sustainable for your whole life. But what you will learn from it, you will carry on after the program. It will help you to stay committed and stay disciplined and continue growing. Like that, you will develop the growth mindset, wanting to always learn and keep challenging yourself and keep moving forward. And that is what 75 Hard brought me.
We will